guys, my name is Natalie and today I'm going to be doing a kind of interesting video. It makes me a little bit depressed, but we're not going to talk too deeply about that. Or maybe we will. We'll find out. Anyway, I turned 20 recently, which means I'm no longer a teenager. So I wanted to do a video talking about 20 things that I've learned in my 20 years of living, or you could say my 20 revolutions around the sun. It's not to say that I think I have any great knowledge or anything, or that anything I even say in this video is correct. It just pretty much means that these are things that I have learned to know as my truth. So these are the 20 things that I've learned in my 20 years of living. But before we get started, I did try to vlog on my birthday, but then I didn't end up really vlogging much on my birthday or doing much of anything because I did work 9 hours. So roll the footage that I have from that day. Good morning. It's my 20th birthday. It's like 6 in the morning. I am going to breakfast with my friends Sarah and Dylan, so I decided I wanted to vlog today because it's my 20th birthday and this is a memory that I want to keep. There's a magnolia on this tree right here in my backyard. There's a rainbow! I don't even know if you can see it. Wow! That's awesome. Good morning!
Good morning.
We are at breakfast. Food. You were really out of focus when you said that. Dylan paid for my breakfast because he's so kind.
Happy birthday!
Thank you! I baked my birthday cake last night. It says Merry Birthday and it had a heart, but now it's just half of a heart, but I thought it was funny. Let's get into my 20 things that I've learned. So I have them all written down in my very fun Kiwi notebook. Number 1, being judgmental harbors negative energy. Most of the time, people's actions don't affect you. Like when some women judge other women for being basic, when really it's supposed to be women supporting women. If someone wants to wear Lululemon, it doesn't affect you at all. Just other people's fashion choices don't affect you. And I say most of the time because a lot of the times there are things that other people do that can affect you negatively. In that case, I completely get it. Be judgmental. I'd do the same. That's one thing that I've noticed and one thing that I really need to try to work on. Talking shit probably won't make you feel as good as you think it does. Sure, it's great to vent and it might make you feel good in the moment. How do you feel a few hours later? You just feel negative, like you brought in negative energy into your life. Just don't expect other people to sacrifice their happiness to give you happiness. Number 2, which is pretty relevant for me having ended my teen years like 3 days ago, growing up is an illusion. Obviously, we eventually age. Like, aging is real, but I'm saying growing up is what isn't real. If things made you happy as a kid, there's no reason for you to stop doing them. It's society that tells you you're not allowed to go blow bubbles while you're playing in the swimming pool, and it's society who tells you that you have to have your whole living room be brown and gray themed when really you want it to be pink and purple. There's no reason that you can't do those fun things. When I get my apartment, everything's going to be colorful, and that's all I want in life. Why do we have to give up everything that makes us happy as we grow older? At first I was thinking, should I be partying and out having fun in the last of my teen years? If I don't want to give up the things that allow me to have fun, then I'm not going to, and nothing can stop me. Like this penguin pillow pet. Number 3, happiness is the ultimate pursuit. Everyone's end goal in life is to fulfill their dreams and live happily. If you're going to college, for example, study what you want to study, if of course you have that privilege. I am not here by any means to shame people for working jobs that they have to work even though they don't enjoy them. I'm saying if you have the privilege to do so, work a job that you love and study what you want to love. Money is not the end all be all because happiness is the ultimate pursuit. Don't follow a career path just to please others. Life is too short to spend even a year studying a subject that you hate. Number 4, education and knowledge are beautiful. Public school has a horrible stigma that I completely understand. Students absolutely deserve more creative freedom, and we deserve more and we deserve as students more mental health resources. However, knowledge is the one thing that can never be taken from you. Never, I'm using that word loosely, but knowledge is just simply so powerful. As an English major, I never expected to learn about such eye-opening and intensely deep subjects. In school, I've learned about concepts that have completely shaped the way that I view my life and I view life in general. I'm not trying to be preachy here or press my opinions on you guys, because I know I'm kind of stating each of these as fact, but that's just because that's the way I know this information and that's the way it applies to my life. So please take everything that I say with a grain of salt, as the folks would say. Number 5, the idea of realism is crazy itself. Okay, this one's a bit weird, but hear me out. We know so little about the universe that honestly, nothing is far-fetched. No one's beliefs are more far-fetched than someone else's beliefs. Also, our perspectives as humans are so limited and narrow that anything seems crazy from our perspective. And just because something seems crazy from our perspective does not mean that it's impossible. Maybe it's just something that we can't comprehend. For example, the concept of infinity. I watched a video about this a couple years ago and it really stuck with me. We as humans feel the need to say, oh, God can't exist because where did God come from? We can't grasp the idea that maybe God was just always there. Or maybe the universe has just always been there. That was just something that blew my mind a couple years ago, so I just wanted to sprinkle that in there. Number 6. This one is one that heavily applies to quarantine. Productivity culture is toxic. We're taught from a very young age that every waking moment of our time needs to be filled with something inherently productive. And even when I do have a day off of work and school, I always feel like I should be doing something that society deems productive, when really sometimes laying in bed and watching YouTube or making something artistic or editing a video, that's something that's productive for me, because that's something that makes me happy. Going back to what I said earlier, if happiness is the end pursuit, then how is doing something that makes you happy not productive? If you have a few hours off of work, or if it's your day off, then enjoy that day doing what you want to do. Stop telling yourself that your time is wasted when it's not spent doing something inherently productive. Number 7, eating 3 meals a day is healthy. This may sound obvious to some people, but to people who have struggled with an unhealthy relationship with food the same way I have, you may not completely understand that some people genuinely feel guilty just for eating the bare minimum. This is kind of a touchy subject and it's hard for me to talk about, but I feel like if I can help anyone here, then I'm willing to open up and share my story at least a little bit. It took a lot of research in order for me to finally get it through my head that eating 3 meals a day is the norm for a reason. Your body needs fuel. And also, not eating as much as I should have was contributing to me being unhappy sometimes, because I wasn't fueling my body and my body didn't have enough energy to do any of the things that I wanted to do or needed to do. Number 8, language is incredible. So this is something that I saw on TikTok like a month ago, but it kind of blew my mind. We see red and pink as 2 completely different colors, but we see blue and light blue as the exact same color, just different shades of each other. Language completely shapes our perception of the world. And sometimes we think feelings don't even exist just because there's not a word to describe the way you're feeling. But everything you feel is valid, by the way. Number 9, Black Lives Matter. And I can't believe that's something that still needs to be said. Number 10, debate is so healthy and important, and without debate, change is not possible. I completely understand not wanting to be friends with someone because they have different political views than you. You don't have to be that person's friend, but maybe engage in conversation with that person and don't just completely cut them out just because of their political views, because sometimes encouraging conversation and having a debate with that person can actually change their mind. Sometimes people are just uneducated, and I'm not talking about either side in particular. I'm saying from both sides. There are just people who are uneducated. Maybe they didn't fully understand the topic that you're so passionate about, so stop and explain it to them. Debate and conversation is really healthy and it's necessary. Number 11, nature is amazing. Nothing makes me feel more healed and at peace than nature does. It's really all we have, so I strongly feel that we should savor it and avoid climate change and do our part and do what we can. Number 12, we don't just exist in the universe, we are the universe. We're human, guys. We're part of nature. We just take life too seriously sometimes. Sometimes I just have to stop and remind myself that I'm just here. I'm just living and I'm just part of the universe. Time will always continue to pass after I'm gone, as it always did before I was here, so I need to just stop and take a deep breath sometimes. One thing that I thought was really beautiful was I once heard someone say that nothing lasts forever, which sounds terrifying, but even the bad doesn't last forever. Number 13, I live to make colorful memories. I love to wake up for the sunrise. I love when minor inconveniences happen to me and they make a fun, fresh, funky memory that I can look back on 10 years later. It's kind of like that thing that's going around on TikTok right now about romanticizing your life. Try your best to romanticize your life. And I know that not everyone has the privilege of having a great life that is even able to be romanticized, but try your absolute best to find happiness in even the littlest things. Say maybe I'm in class and I'm sitting there and thinking there is absolutely nothing good about this situation. And then I just start to pretend like I'm in a movie and I'm the main character, because really I am the main character in my own life, so main character energy, bitch. Number 14, I learned how to stop being so angry. For the longest time, I would waste so much energy being angry over the smallest things. I would let someone cutting me off in traffic ruin my entire day. I still do, and I always will struggle with anxiety, but I've finally reached a point in my life in which my negative feelings don't control me. I just don't let my negative feelings own me. Number 15, live for yourself. This kind of ties into the idea, again, that happiness is the ultimate pursuit, but it also involves other people. Like, love your own company so much that you're happy being single. And even when you do have a significant other, try your best to either break the habit or not get into the habit of depending on them for happiness. You are your own autonomous being, and you are so worthy and important on your own. You don't need someone to validate you. You and your partner should grow together, but still exist separately. 16, you have to love yourself before you can love someone else. I've heard people say this my entire life, and to this day, I've always brushed those people off because I'm insecure. I don't fully love every part of myself. But to me, this just means that you need to know your worth. Know what you deserve in a relationship. I may not love my thighs or my stomach, but I know damn well that I deserve an intelligent, kind-hearted, caring, and gentle person to be my significant other. And you know what? Once I learned my self-worth, that's exactly what I got. 17, you don't need another person with you in order to make memories. This one took me a really long time to understand because I struggle with anxiety really intensely. To this day, it's so hard for me to go to the grocery store and not have intrusive thoughts telling me that I'm annoying other people just by being at the grocery store by myself. But on the days that I finally do overcome my anxiety and go get a pink drink from Starbucks and go hike by myself safely with pepper spray, those are the best freaking days, my dude. The vibes are immaculate. Try your best not to let your friends being busy stop you from doing whatever it is that you want to do. Number 18, jealousy is not worth it. Every single human being is a unique work of art of sorts. You are unique, and your mind and your body deserve unconditional love. I still struggle with this one a lot, not even just in a relationship, but just seeing other people on social media and comparing myself to them in general. It's a really hard thing to stop, but it is something that I'm aware of and something that I'm working on. 19, live in the moment. Just stop thinking, oh, my life is going to be perfect when this event finally happens. When you constantly wait for the next big event to happen and you're only living for those big milestones in your life, then you're not truly living at all. Enjoy the small things, the soft smell of your body wash. your warm blanket, the taste of cold ice water after a hot day. If you appreciate every small moment, then you'll appreciate life as a whole. Number 20, the last and final thing on this list that I've learned in my 20 years of living. I'm pretty fucking cool. It may have taken me 20 years to grasp this concept, but you know what? I am cool. I've struggled with anxious and intrusive thoughts for my entire life, but I finally believe that I am good company, and I'm done discrediting my own accomplishments. Those are the 20 things that I've learned in my 20 years of living. And I'm 20 now, and I'm no longer a teenager, and you know what? I'm excited for whatever happens next in life, and that being me moving into my apartment next month. I went shopping for my apartment yesterday, and I bought a bunch of fun stuff. Might do a haul, not entirely sure yet, but there definitely will be an apartment makeover series on my channel, that's for sure. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please wish me a happy birthday, you know how it is. Anyway, please leave a like and subscribe if you liked this video, and even if you didn't, like and subscribe anyway. Have a great day. Bye!